Friendly Talk Podcast. Hi.
Hey, we back at it.
How are you?
Girl, today was a day. Today was a day, but I'm good.
At least your hair looks amazing and you look
Thank
fabulous.
you. I'm glad I got my hair braided. Although it's not lasting long because my hair just comes out of the braids like towards the end.
How long do they...
I got this on Friday, so it's not even a week.
Shouldn't they last like a lot longer?
A lot longer. But braids don't last long for me because my hair just comes out of it. I don't know why.
Do you sleep messy?
Nah, I sleep with a do-rag and a bonnet.
Okay.
My friend was like, oh, it's because your hair is soft. That's why it's coming out. I'm like, all right. Well,
which is a good thing, right?
Yeah, but when you spend that money on braids.
How much?
Well, this was only $80, which wasn't
not
bad.
Too bad.
But like, that's why I don't get like box braids that cost like $250, $300, $400 because it'll be a waste of my money and my time.
But they're supposed to last like a month?
A month and all, yeah.
Oh, wow.
My last days, so...
I went to Dominican Republic once with my friend when I was in college.
But she meant this weekend.
And I got like 3 braids.
Okay.
My head hurt so much.
Yeah.
I had the biggest headache for days.
I could imagine. Yeah. Like,
you just get used to it?
I take ibuprofen to help me get through the first 2 days. Yeah.
Just the first 2 days?
Yeah.
I guess it loosens up after.
Yeah. Or you get used to, yeah.
Oh my God.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I went to DR with actually my best friend Shakira, who's still my best friend. We've been best friends since 7th grade.
Nice.
Which is a great segue into talking about friendship.
First of all, that's an accomplishment.
Yeah. We met in 7th grade. We went to middle school together. We went to high school together. Then we went to the same college.
Oh, word?
We majored in the same thing.
Was that on purpose? Did y'all say, let's go here?
Yes and no. We kind of wanted to study the same thing. So we only applied to like a few schools each. And then we were like, fuck it, let's just both go here.
What school you went to?
We went to Montclair State.
Okay.
It's a school in New Jersey. It's an art school. We went to College of the Arts. And then when we graduated college... She worked at a company full-time, and then the company that I worked at part-time, and then I worked at my company full-time, and the company she worked at part-time.
That's funny.
Yeah, so we've just
y'all
been...
a married couple at this point.
Basically. We've done everything together. I mean, I went to DR with her to meet her father for the first time.
Oh, she's Dominican?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
She came to Palestine with me.
Wow.
Yeah, she's part of my family. Everyone knows, like, Nina and Shakira, kind of.
I love that.
Yeah. It's hard to keep lifelong friends.
Oh, hell yeah. My oldest friend, I guess it would be Rosa. She freshman year of high school. I mean, I had friends that I had before her, but we didn't make it this far.
You know what's funny? The only time Shakira and I have ever had beef in all our years of friendship was once, and it was because of a guy.
I don't want to say always. It can either be about money or a guy.
And it wasn't like we were both fighting over the same. It was none of that. It was when I got married, she felt like I was making the wrong decision, which she was right. But I felt like she should have been more supportive because that's what I was deciding at the time.
So she didn't like your husband?
She didn't like the idea of the entire thing because she was like, I think you're doing it for the wrong reasons. I don't think you're ready. Blah, blah, blah. Like, and she was right. But I was like, also, like, can you support me? And that's where we like kind of clashed a little, and our friendship took a hit. But we rekindled quickly because I literally texted her one day and I was like, bitch, I can't live without you.
I know.
And she was like, oh my God, same. And then we became friends again.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. Men,
it wasn't his fault, but also, fuck him, it was his fault.
Yeah. So I had a friend who I really loved. Like, I wanted her to be the godmother to my children and everything. And a guy brought that up.
Ugh, what happened with that?
Well, okay, so she was talking to a guy, and I think I had told you about this before, but she was talking to somebody. They weren't like officially together, but it was like a situationship. And he would say like inappropriate stuff about me. Like asking her questions about who I'm fucking with, or like
oh my
stuff
gosh,
like
so he
that.
was interested in you.
I guess so. Okay, so like one time,
it's not you guess.
Yeah,
he's asking those questions for a reason.
Yeah, like we went on vacation together, and he kept asking her like, "Oh, Eve out there fucking? Eve out there fucking?" Like, yes, girl. And instead of checking him, she decided to not be my friend.
That's a problem.
And then, girl, let me tell you. So we went to Belize together.
Yeah,
and he was. So we was flying out of Newark, New Jersey, because I had to leave my car at my mother's house because at alternate side parking in Brooklyn. I was not going to leave my car over there. So we were flying out of Newark, and the guy drops her at my mother's house. So we are midair going to Belize. And she says to me, she was like, oh, how does... I forgot the nigga name, but...
John.
We'll call him John.
Don't tell me she asked, how does John know where your mom lives?
She said, how does John know where your mother lives?
Stop.
And I was like... I don't know. I was like, what you mean? I thought you directed him. She's like, no, I started to tell him, oh, turn here. He's like, no, I got it. And he started driving to your mother crib. And I was like, that's a good question, sis. How does he know where my mother... 'Cause my mother lives by herself. Yeah. So I'm concerned. So I'm like, that's a good question. Did you ask this man how he knows where my mother live at? She was like, yeah, I asked him, and he was like, oh, me and Eva used to talk back in the day. Now I'm joking. JK, I'm just joking. Ha.
You see what he's trying to make her jealous. But he doesn't know that he's fucking up a friendship, trying to be petty.
But my thing is, in my opinion, she should have dropped him. Like, he's constantly, like, that joke was whack. Because the first time I laid eyes on that man was when she introduced him as the guy she was talking to.
Yeah.
So I never talked to him before. So what are you talking about?
He's trying to get a rise out of her.
Yes. Then we go to Belize and he keep asking her who I'm fucking with. If I'm fucking with somebody out there. Why don't you worry about the pum-pum that you're talking to?
Yeah.
Fuck you watching my shit for?
That's crazy.
And she stopped talking to me over that.
He's so...
And then she went and had his baby.
Oh my God.
I'm like, what a dumb bitch, bro. Like,
I can't imagine
stupid bitch.
I can't imagine how much more toxic he got after she had that kid. Because guys become more toxic when they're like...
Yeah. I'm like...
the toxicity doesn't go down.
When I found out she was pregnant... First of all, I didn't even find out she was pregnant. I saw her at a Korean market with a baby on her hip. But I thought her sister always was pregnant. So I thought it was her sister. Her sister stayed pregnant. So I thought it was her sister kid.
My sisters stay pregnant too.
So I was like, okay, your sister had another baby. And she didn't say nothing. Like, she didn't say, oh, no, this is my baby. And then when I saw her sister, I'm like, oh, you had another baby? She's like, no, that's her baby. And I was like, why did she correct me when I asked her that was her sister's baby? I'm like, oh, because she's embarrassed because she had it for a man who was lusting after me.
Yeah.
She started talking. What a dumb... Let me look at which one's my camera? You stupid ass bitch.
Did you see any red flags in her before that? Like as a friend? Just like... Because people usually talk about red flags in relationships and what to look
there's
out
always
for.
red flags. I'm trying to look. All right, like there was one time when my cousin had asked her out and they went on a date and my cousin was saying how the whole date they were just talking about me. And it was like, I don't talk to my cousin either. I'm just like, why? If you're trying to fuck a bitch, why y'all dogging my name?
Yeah.
It was so weird.
I think a big red flag when it comes to friendship and friends is if they're not supportive. And I don't mean like supportive like in the general sense. I mean like if you start a business, they won't buy from you, but they'll buy the same thing from somebody else. Yeah. Or they'll be on social media all day opening your stories, but they'll never share, they'll never like, they'll never comment. But it's like you're watching my every move.
Every move, yeah.
But you're not coming to my shows, you're not coming to my fights, you're not doing anything, but you are my friend.
Well, I stopped fucking with a comedian because of that. Because she would never, no matter what I posted, a picture with Dave Chappelle, whoever, never a like, never congratulations, my don't tell, never spoke about it. My shit went viral, never said good job, sis, nothing. The moment our clip about my diarrhea episode in Shorty House.
Yeah.
Well, why would you use another woman's bathroom?
And that's the thing.
Don't never motherfucking say congratulations or you look good. But the first time you comment on my shit is to tell me I shouldn't have doodled at somebody's house?
That's my biggest problem. You know, I had a problem with that with a family member. I'm not going to say names because I'm not trying to start drama like I started drama with my grandma. Because of my joke. So this woman never congratulates me, has never came to my shows, has never came to my fights. My show on TLC came out, she didn't watch it. She didn't post about it. She didn't say congratulations. I hosted a whole show on TLC. I wrote a book. Nothing. Never said anything. But the only times she'll hit me up is she'll be like, I think your post today was really inappropriate.
Oh yeah, it's only complaints.
And I'm like, wait, what? Oh, I really don't agree with your lifestyle. I think you should like get married and settle down.
Why do people...
and I'm like, wait, what? First of all, your husband hates you. Because I know the family tea.
Yeah.
So it's like, why are you trying to put your misery on me? I'm vibing. I'm doing just fine.
My thing is, if you don't like someone's lifestyle, you don't have to see. It's optional.
And if you don't like someone's lifestyle, that's fine. You don't have to agree with it. But they probably don't like your lifestyle. Yeah. They're not coming to tell you how to live your life. So it's like, why are you trying to tell me how to live my life? Just be supportive. Be happy that I'm happy. And that's all you have to do.
I love an unfollow button. If I don't like your shit you're posting or whatever, I unfollow. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it's like you don't like my clips. You don't like my jokes. You don't.
I've had people ask me, oh, why you unfollow me? I don't like your stuff.
Yeah.
Would you rather me tell you I don't like I'm not gonna sit here and comment. I don't do that. I unfollow. I keep moving.
I don't think in my entire life that I've owned a cell phone, and I've owned a cell phone since I was in the 6th grade, have I ever texted somebody, I don't like what you said or did or posted or who cares?
Yeah. What annoys me is when people know me in real life, like I'm talking about, you could call my line.
Yeah.
And you rather talk about something on, like, all right, when I first got my first portrait, my Vibes Cartel tattoo, I had somebody, like, the same girl who I went to Belize with, commenting, why would you put a nigga you don't know on your body? Bitch, you are at my house every Thanksgiving. Why would you comment like some Joe Schmo who don't know me?
Yeah.
Hit my line and talk to me like we're the
Also, the tattoo's already there. Now, if you ask people's opinion, what do y'all think I should do? And then she could be like, that's goofy, Eva, don't do that. It's a different story.
Right. And I don't regret none of my tats.
Why would you? Who cares?
I love all of them.
Yo, people that have full sleeves, they be like forgetting they have them. Like, it's not that big of a deal.
I love my tattoos.
I think another friendship red flag is when people try to like passive aggressively compete with you or make like backhanded compliments.
Yeah.
Or if they'll try to embarrass you in like groups of people.
Yeah.
You ever had that? And they're like, oh, I'm just joking. And you're like, that's not a joke. It's not funny.
Yeah.
And you're getting a laugh at my expense.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah, I know that. I know.
I've had a few people where like we'll be like out in public and they'll be like, well, and Nina's this or that. And I'm just like, that's not funny.
Yeah. And I know a joke. I can take a joke, but it's just like that wasn't a joke.
Yeah, you're just being a bully.
You're being nasty and you put an LOL on it.
Because that's what people do. People will be bullies, but disguise it as being brutally honest. Yeah. And it's like, no, you're not being brutally honest. You're just a bitch.
Or throw a LOL on there to make it seem like they just joking. No, you're not. You're dead ass.
You're just a bitch.
And you should dead ass get smacked.
It's not. You're not honest. You're just mean. And you're trying to justify and... you lack accountability. But have you had any like red flag, like not red flags, have you ever had the ick from a friend?
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. Oh, where do I even begin? Like so we have like we're friends and then I'm noticing little things I don't want to fuck with.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like I had a friend who would always ask me for money.
Oh, okay. That's a little annoying.
She lived with her parents, did not charge her rent because they lived in the projects. And
so what you need money for?
No kids. She had a full-time. I wasn't working at the time. I was doing straight comedy, and in comedy, comedy don't pay. You can't survive off comedy unless you are a name.
Yeah.
So she lived with her parents in the projects, had no kids, full-time job at an insurance company, no car, no nothing, right? I have rent, car note, car insurance. I got my dog, all that.
Your child.
You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm doing all of that off comedy alone. Constantly asked me for bread. Oh, and she had a man.
What?
She had a man and he had 2 jobs. He worked for the sanitary. And
what would she like tell you it's for? Like, would she tell you like, oh, I'm struggling?
Yeah, she's like, oh, I'm somewhere in Queens and I can't get home. Could you send me money for Uber? And I'm like, I'm talking about like at least every other week. I'm like, bitch, where's your man? Where's your check that you're getting? Where's your money going? Yeah, and I ended up having to sue her because she went and ran a scam. She was telling people she was throwing me a birthday party. And collected money and collected thousands of dollars from people.
People are crazy.
I ended up having to sue her.
People are so crazy. I mean, we're getting older now, and all my friends, most of my friends now are married with kids. And I would say my biggest ick lately is like, and I love all my friends' kids. I love them to death. But also, that doesn't mean every time we hang out, you need to bring your kids.
Girl, you ever call your friend and you're like...
Keep your kid at home. Get a babysitter.
Yeah, if it's not child appropriate, like...
If you can't get a babysitter, don't come.
Obviously, if we're going to the park and you want to bring your kid, sure.
I'm not inviting you to the park and I'm like, don't bring your kids. Yeah. It's like
brunch. She like you know what I'm saying? Like I want to, have a couple of cocktails with a little brunch and kiki. We can't do that because
we'll go to like gatherings, like adult gatherings. There's hookah around. There's a barbecue grill, like, and you bring all of your kids, like. And then your kids misbehave and you don't discipline them because you think they're so cute and everyone loves them. Yeah. And it's like, just because I think your kid is cute and I love them doesn't mean I want them to destroy the vibe.
You ever call your friend and you're like destroyed, you're like in tears, like hysterical, your world is falling apart and you're trying to talk to them and they're like, hold on, stop making noise, you sit down. Yeah. Okay, so what happened now? So you dying? What happened? You got shot? Oh, okay.
Every day of my life.
I be like, son, and I be on the other line, and I'm like, yo, I'm literally like, I need someone to speak to, and I can't turn to my sister, and I can't turn to my mother, because my sister, all my business goes to her husband. She keeps nothing to herself. No matter how personal it is, she feels the need to share with her husband. I don't know why, and I don't want this man in my business for obvious reasons.
I get that for sure.
My mother gives the worst advice you would ever imagine. You know what I'm saying? My mother does not know. My mother thinks. My mother tells me, you laugh too loud and you curse too much. That's why you're single. My mother thinks a woman needs to be small and quiet.
Your mom's old school.
You know what I'm saying? So and my mother was in an abusive relationship for most of her life. Like my mother doesn't know. She's very broken. She doesn't. So I can't go to her for certain shit because I'm gonna get broken advice. So I have to go to friends. So when I call certain friends, it's like, I have nowhere to go. I need you to just talk to me for 5 minutes because I really feel like I'm about to jump off this building.
Yeah.
I can't talk to you because you didn't talk to you. You have 4 kids screaming in the background. So it's like, I be really feeling like I'm suffocating sometimes.
Yeah. I feel like after college, for me, it was so hard to make friends. Because when you're in high school and you're in college, you're with these people every day. You're in the same classes. You're in the same clubs. It's easy, and you're there to make friends. Like, but once you leave school, it's like you just like meet somebody on the subway and be like, "Hey, do you want to be my friend?" Like, it's really hard to make friends after a certain age.
My best friend in college, I don't fuck with her no more because I was very insecure when I met her.
Yeah,
and she was insecure as well. And I grew out of my insecurity a lot. And she went and got a total body makeover. Like she got like several surgeries. And I just felt like we just weren't aligned because it's just like, it's very hard for me to, like, I wasn't there anymore. I wasn't insecure anymore. I didn't get my body done or nothing like that. I didn't get no butt, no titties, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, we were just living such different lives.
Yeah.
So it's like, we just grew apart. And I think
the whole growing apart thing is very real because they went on one path, I went on one path.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, let's go to Vegas for the weekend, and they're like, let's go to Chuck E. Cheese, and I'm like, I'm not going there, you know, like,
yeah, like I don't.
So
want
to they kind of went the normal route, where I kind of did, and I still love all my friends, and I still see them often, but once you have kids, your friendships change.
I know.
Unless your friends also have kids, and you're in the same pool, but because if you just, no matter how much you love each other and are good, like you have a different life.
Right.
And then they could be getting mad when you're like, hey, can we go do something? But like, no kids. They get offended.
Yeah.
But it's like, why do you get offended? When you go on date night with your husband, you leave your kids at home.
Right.
But when you want to hang out with me, you want to bring all your kids.
Yeah, that is a good point. That is a good point. It's like, why? Because they look at it as, again, women putting the man as the priority. It's like, they don't see your quality time as important as the quality time with their husband.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, oh, I'll bring my kids to interrupt this shit because this shit don't really matter like how it matters with my man.
That's such a good point that I never thought of because I have so many friends that like when they do go out with their husband, like they'll leave their kids with their mom, but it's like, hey, you want to come over? They bring all the kids.
Yeah.
And it's annoying as fuck.
Yeah.
And it's like, I do love these kids, but they're also not my responsibility.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear a screaming kid if I wanted to hear a kid screaming on a Friday night, I'd have my own kid.
You feel me? That's it.
I don't want to hear yours.
Friendships are so important.
They're so important.
And girl, let me tell you, I'm the girl because like I've had friends that get in a relationship and ghost me. And then when they get single, the guy pisses them off. Oh, Eva don't got no man. Oh, Eva's always out. Let me call her. Hey, miss you. Hey, let's go out. It's like, bitch, you have not. I only hear from you when he act up.
Girls that want to spend all their free time with their husband.
Yeah.
And you're just
or their
like,
boyfriend.
Did you forget you had friends? Because if he cheats on you, you're going to come crawling right back to us.
I had a girl, I hit her up. I'm like, hey, what you doing this weekend? She's like, oh, nothing. I'm like, oh, let's go catch a movie or something. Like, let's do something. And she's like, oh, I'll let you know. Because like, if Sean doesn't call me, then we can go. I'm like, how about you make plans? And if Sean calls you like, hey, I have plans with Eva.
Busy.
I'm like, men love when a woman is busy.
I love telling guys no. I'm busy.
A real man don't want no bitch who's always motherfucking available.
Yeah.
That shit is whack.
Yeah.
And if a man who likes that, that's because he likes weak bitches.
Most men like weak
well,
bitches.
yeah, they do. That's true.
Because most men aren't men.
Yeah, that's true. They do. They do like a weak bitch. I'm like,
friendships
what?
are really important. I think friendships are more important than your relationships because friendships
they're more important because they're your safe space.
They're lifelong.
They're lifelong.
They can be lifelong.
They can be lifelong, and it's your safe space when this man acts up. This woman was there before this man. She knows who you were in all the different stages of your life. You know what I'm saying?
I'd always rather be with my friends than anyone else.
Yeah. And
I also have picked good
You
friends.
have to balance. If you have a romantic relationship and friendships, you have to find balance. You have to.
Yeah. Leave us comments on what your friendship red flags are.
Yes.
And we'll read them next time we record.
Oh, yeah. We got to read some shit.
Yes. We're going to get back on that, guys.